All right, let's get my glasses. Come on. Come on. Hey, Zed. Zed was here. Good morning, Chicken Explorers. Good morning, good morning. It's raining like crazy? Oh, really? Hi, Subby. He said, good morning, Daisy. Gotta get to work now. Take care. Thank you, Subby. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello. Much love to you and Tori. Chicken Explorers, raining, raining, really? Where are you again? Are you staying out with me? All right. It's me and Daisy, guys. It's me and Daisy. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. 8 o'clock. I am right on the nose today. New Mexico. Okay. Oh, it's monsoon season? Okay. Yeah, we have rainy season right now, too, but we're supposed to get some rain later. Wow. New Mexico. Isn't that where Coffee Cake is? I think she's in New Mexico. Or is it Arizona? I think it's New Mexico. Oh, my goodness. So does it get humid in New Mexico then? I mean, if it rains, like, I always thought of like dry, you know what I mean? It's almost flooding. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Wow. That's terrible. I'm so sorry to hear that. Weird weather going on, right? Weird, weird, weird weather. Tornadoes way up north, you know, flooding in the southwest. Oh, okay. Okay. Because like here in Florida, it's hot and humid. But it's always like, it's humid here almost all year long. I don't like it. Well, thank you for stopping in and saying hello to me. Jeez, I'm so glad you stopped in. Hey, Daisy, what are you doing, honey? You guys want to see Daisy? Hey, hi, hi. I'll pick you up. Come here, baby. I'll pick her up. Come here. Cutest girl in the whole wide world. Hi, Em. Hey, Megan, how you doing? She said, good morning, Callie. Daisy. MB is here. Good morning, Larry's here. Chicken Explorer says, good morning, everybody. MB says, good morning. Chicken Explorer. Hi, Tiny K. Welcome back. Hi, Brylon Farm. Hi, West Country. Oh, good morning, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Thanks for stopping in. Good morning. Hi, Daisy. Hi, everyone. Says West Country. Brylon Farm. How you doing, girlfriend? She says, welcome, Tiny K. Susanna, the proud single mother's here. Thank you, Susanna, for being here. Hi, Mike. Mike, the bike dasher's here. Everybody say hi to Mike. He says, hello, friends. And using that YouTube Daisy. That's so cute. Any plans? No, ma'am. Trivia. Trivia, 2 p.m. Nothing there either? No. Tiny K says, hi, West. Brylan says, good. And you? Also good. Also good. West Country says, same here, Brylan Farm. Yep. Uncle Hairball. There he is. There's Uncle. Hey, buddy. He says, morning, everybody. And hashtag chat pack Daisy May. I love it. Good to see you back. Sunny Chronicles is here. Hey, Sunny. Good morning, Sunny. What a pretty name, Sunny, right? She says, good morning. Stacy says, hello, Mike, West Country and all. Tiny K says, hi to everybody. MB says, good morning, Mike. Chicken Explorer says, good morning, Sunny. MB also said, good morning, Sunny. How is everybody? Welcome, welcome. You're going for coffee. Gotcha. Hi, Darren. Darren's here. Everyone, hello. Beautiful blue sky. I know when I went to the beach, it was all clouds. Sunny says, good morning to Chicken. Uncle Hairball says, hope everyone's doing better than me. Yeah. Get well soon, my friend. Get well. M says, it's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful morning. Mike says, hello, Brylan Farm. Tina's here. Hey, Tina. Blue sky, but I went to the beach. It was complete clouds. Tina says, hi. Hi, Tina. West Country says, hi, Darren. Sunny says, good morning, Mike and Megan. Mike and Megan. Hi, Daisy. Hi. Hello, honey. Oh, you're so beautiful. She's so beautiful, you guys. Tiny says, hi, May May. I'm ready for a nap, but the dogs keep barking. It's hard to take a nap when they bark, right? Mike says, hello, Sunny Bunny. Larry says, I had a good evening last night. My brother and I got outside and we worked on a new barbecue grill. Oh, awesome, Larry. What's the first thing you're going to make on your grill? If you just got your new grill, what's the first thing you're going to make? Mike says, getting ready to hit the gym and start filming for another video for next week. Awesome, Mike. How am I? I'm very good. I'm good. Thank you so much. West Country Mudlarks. West Country Mudlarks. Thank you, my friend. You are too kind to me. Thank you so much. Everybody make sure you say hi to West Country Mudlarks. He says, hi, Mike Dasher. Tiny says, hey, Big W West. Mike says, hello, West Country. West Country says, hey there when Larry sings. Larry says, probably some burgers and hot dogs. There you go. Yum. That stuff is so good on the grill. Awesome, Larry. Tiny says, hi, Larry. Hey, Lee Lou. Lee Lou says, hey, Daisy May. Hey, Sebastian, how are you, buddy? Wow, Sebastian, it's so good to see ya. What is new with you? M says, hi, West Country. West Country says, hi, Tiny K. Lee Lou says, how are you? I'm good. I'm really good. How are you, my friend? When Larry sings, says, hello, West Country. Lee Lou says, hey, y'all. West Country says, hey, Lee Lou. MB says, sounds great, Larry. Yeah, new grill. Awesome. Tiny says, hi to Lee. Lee Lou says, hey, West Country. West Country is using those emojis. Thank you. I love them. Lee Lou says, hi, Tiny. West Country says, hi, MB. Uncle Hairball says, hey, Lee Lou. Dallas, multi-pass, hee-hee. I don't know what that means. Lee Lou is from the UK. He's a UK. He's a Brit. He's a Brit. Another y'all in the house. I love it too, Stacy, right? Welcome, everybody. Larry says, my doctor always has a fit about my charcoal, but I prefer it over propane. I prefer it too. Propane is actually the easier way, but yeah, nothing like a charcoal grill for food. West Country says, hi, Uncle Hairball. Mike says, hello to MB. Color My World's here. Hey, Color My World. Darren's back. Hey, Darren. He says, good morning, sunshine. I love the sunshine. Sebastian to Brylan, I just copied the Americans. I do like y'all. LOL. West Country says, hi, Color My World. What's up, everybody? It's Thursday, guys. It's Thursday. Tomorrow is, you know what? Tomorrow is the big birthday celebration for the United States of America. Tomorrow's the birthday. What's everybody doing for the 4th of July? You know what I'm doing? I'm taking you guys to a parade. I'm taking you to a parade. I'm taking you to a parade. I'm taking you to a parade. Brightland Farms says, hey, Darren, looking forward to your music again. Please never change it. Oh, nice. I love that. Uncle Harold dropped a link. Thank you, Uncle Hairball. Brightland Farms says, LOL, Lilu. Larry says, he says that charcoal puts carbon in your blood. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense, Larry. Jason's here, 603 Magna Pirate. Hi, Jason. How's it going? Jason says, good morning, friend. Good morning, Jason. Megan says, we're going up north to our family cottage for the weekend, hoping to see some good fireworks. Oh, my goodness. Megan, that sounds fantastic. I wish I could do that. Can I go with you? A weekend in the cottage. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's awesome. Brightland Farms says, yippee, a parade. Yes, a parade. And I'm going to take you guys with me. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. We're gonna have a quick tea time tomorrow, and then with the parade, I believe, is at 10 a.m. East Coast time. West Country, Hairball says, hey, West Country, how's it going? West Country says, yeah, we're all going out with Daisy May. You're so cute. Abigail says, hi, B. Hi, Abigail. Jason says, I'm good. Awesome, Jason. How's the girls? Wifey wife. West Country says, hey there, 603 Magna Pirate Jason. Abigail says, hi, Lee Lou. Jason says, hey, West Country back. Uncle Hairball says, propane, baby. Taste the meat, not the heat. Lee Lou says, Daisy, I'm on my way with a barbecue for everybody. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Sebastian. Barbecue sounds good. West Country says, good morning, Abigail Carpenter. Lee Lou says, hey, Abigail, how are you? Uncle Hairball says, that's what liquid smoke is for. Tiny K says, hi, Abigail. Abigail Carpenter says, I'm doing amazing. Awesome, Abigail. I'm so glad. Tina says, I took my medicine. Oh, great, Tina. My wrists are still infected? What? Are you okay, Tina? Are you okay, Tina? Jason says, I'm heading to my uncle's house after work to celebrate the 4th with family, food, and lots of adult beverages. Oh, also sounds fun. Can I go with you? Says, good morning, Abigail. Love you, friend. Hope you have a good weekend. Yes, I hope you guys all have a good weekend. Yep, Abigail's so sweet. The new guy's here. Hey, new guy. New guy says hello. Everybody, good morning. Good morning, the new guy. How are you today? Abigail says, awesome. Lee Lou says, Daisy May, how was the trip to the falls? Oh, it was spectacular. Sebastian, it was spectacular. It was really great. Thanks for asking. Mary's here. Hey, Mary. Mary says, good morning, Daisy. Mary's back. Oh, good. Are you all ready for the weekend? I know you're having a party for your mom. Celebrate with your mom. Happy 4th of July tomorrow. Yeah, today's the pre-holiday. Everybody's gearing up. Yeah, I love it. I like the 4th of July. I've always loved the 4th of July. And also, my son is born on the 4th of July. So tomorrow's his birthday. Jason says the girls are good. One of them works 2 jobs and the other's working 2 jobs plus a summer field hockey twice a week. Whoa. That's good, though, that they're busy. That's awesome. 2 jobs. Wow. I love that. You're raising those girls right. That's awesome. Hey, Sonal. Sonal's all about freedom is here. He says, good morning, Daisy. Sonal, how are you, buddy? He's using emojis. Oh, Sonal, thank you so much for being here. How are you? West Country says hi to Mary. Uncle Hairball says that's another topic that belongs with politics or religion. The great charcoal versus propane debate, right? We disagree to disagree, right? West Country says, hey, Sonal, how are ya? Lee Lou says, hey, Sonal. The new guy says, hello, Miss Daisy. And good morning. Good morning to you, too. Mary says, good morning, chat. Sonal says, good morning, West Country. West Country says, hey, the new guy. Hey, Adrian's here, everybody. Adrian says, hi, Daisy May. Hi, Adrian. How's it going today? Sonal says, good morning, Lee Lou. Tiny says, May, I put the dogs outside, but they're still barking. It's annoying. Hi, Mary. Tiny K says, hi, Mary. Abigail says, hi, Mary. Adrian says, Sonal's all about freedom. How's it going? Excuse me, guys. West Country says, good to see you, Adrian. Adrian says, West Country Mother's, how's it going? Mary says, good morning, West Country. Uncle Hairball says, hey, Sonal, what's up? Jason says, absolutely, my family is open to visitors. As long as you don't mind friendly drunks, beer pong, and lots of homemade food. You're speaking my language. Yeah, that sounds awesome, Jason. It really does sound fun. MB says, hi, Sonal. Tiny K says, hi, Sonal. Sonal says, good morning, Tiny. And good morning, Uncle Hairball. Berry's here. Happy birthday eve to your son. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Berry. Yep. My son was born the 4th of July. It's crazy. And his son was born on New Year's Day. Makes sense out of that. Welcome, Berry, and good morning, buddy. How are you? Tina says, morning to Sonal. Sonal says, morning back to her. The new guy says, hello, West Country. Good morning. Jason says, hi, Sonal. Lilu says, Jason, that sounds lovely. It does, doesn't it? So does MB's, all those plans. They all sound beautiful. Mary says, yes, getting ready for the barbecue, doing inventory on the fireworks. Awesome. Oh, Mary, I'm so happy for you guys. That's right. Celebrate every moment you have with your mom. Jason says, thanks to Lee. Sonal says, doing well. Just renewed my membership because it was going to expire again. Aw, thank you, Sonal. Yay, Sonal. Thank you. Sonal's our member. We love it. West Country dropped a link for Jason, Magna Pirate. Thank you, West Country. Jason says, hi, Adrian. Mary says, good morning to the chat. MB says, hi, Adrian. Hi, Mary. With emojis. Lilu says, could do with that, Jason, sitting with a nice family, conversing, having fun. Right? Doesn't that sound wonderful? It really does. Jason, you're a lucky man. Someone says, good morning, Adrian. The new guy says, looks like a good day to be out on the water. It wasn't this morning. When I went to the beach, it was all cloudy. Mary says, good morning, M. Greg's here from Maine. Hey, Greg. Greg says, good morning from Maine. Town is packed for the 4th. Oh, how beautiful. That's so beautiful, Greg. Take some videos for us. Put them on your channel. Lee says, I guess we do that here online. I guess we do. Jason says, absolutely, Lee. Sonal says, good morning, MB. West Country says, hi, Greg. Bryland Farms, it sounds like fun. It does sound like fun. It all sounds like fun. Mary says, good morning, Abigail. Bryland Farms says, hello, Sonal. Greg says, hello, everyone. Bryland Farms says, hi, Barry, and all I missed. Good morning. Tiny K says, afternoon, everyone coming in. Yes, Tiny K, afternoon. Good afternoon. Same with West Country. Also, West Country Muddlers, good afternoon. Sonal says, good morning, Stacy, and good morning, Barry. Barry says, good morning, Daisy May. Good morning, Barry. Thank you for that sunrise photo, because the one this morning was not that good. Sonal says, good morning to Greg. Larry says, be careful with the alcohol, everyone. Be safe. Yes, be careful. Do not drink and drive. Do not do drugs and drive. Do not do anything and drive. Please. There's Uber, there's Lyft, there's taxis, there's friends, there's family. Walk if you have to. Do not do any of those things and drive, please. MB says hello to Greg. Jason says, my mom is one of 6. And 5 of the 6 will be there, plus their spouses and kids, so a large family. Oh, I love those get-togethers. We used to have those get-togethers way back in the day. Oh, I miss those times. Oh, that's so awesome, Jason. Enjoy every minute. Megan says, good morning to Barry. Coffee Cake Loving Vicious here. She says, Miss Daisy. Hey, Coffee Cake. Coffee Cake's here. Welcome, young lady. Barry says, hello, Bryland Farm. Coffee Cake's in a floating heart. Thank you, Coffee Cake. She said a floating heart. I saw it going by. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Sonal says, good morning, Coffee Cake. West Country says, hey, Coffee Cake Loving Bish. Tiny K says, caffeine. MB's been a member for 2 months. 2 months. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. MB313, a member of our family, our members. Thank you so much. Coffee Cake's in flower, too. Thank you, Coffee Cake. I saw that go by, too. Thank you so much. They're so cute. They really are cute. My girl Waffles is here. She says, good morning, everyone. Or good evening, excuse me. Hi, Waffles. How's it going over there in Australia? My girl Waffles. Everybody say hi to my girl Waffles. She says, good evening. Yes, it's good evening over there. Welcome, young lady. Sonal says, you're welcome, Daisy. Lee says, Jason, you have a beer for me and Cherish today. Yes. Enjoy it. Mary says, good morning, coffee cake. Jason says, my wife loves to going to this side of the family, but because she came from a small family. Oh, that's wonderful. It's going to be so much fun for all of you. Barry says, hello, Sonal. Jason says, will do, Lee. Coffee cake says, hey, West Country and Sonal. Uncle Hairball says, I do most of the drinking at home. When I go out, I usually have a ride, so I don't drive. Yes, please and thank you. Please. If you want to have a party, be responsible enough not to drive. That's good, Uncle. Barry says, good morning, M. Tiny K says, hi, caffeine. Mary's using emojis. Thank you, Mary. Coffee cake says, Sarge. Greg says, have a safe and happy 4th of July, everyone. Work is going to be crazy today. It is, Greg, but enjoy that. It sounds lovely, Greg. It really does. Megan says, hi, coffee cake. Coffee cake says, hi, Mary and Barry. Mary and Barry. Coffee cake says, hi, Tiny K. Coffee cake. Sorry, that was MB saying hi to Tiny K. Coffee cake says, hey, Jason, Uncle Hairball. Abigail says, hi, coffee. Barry says, hello, coffee cake. Excuse me. Lee Lou says, Daisy Mae, what's your plans for tomorrow? Going to a parade. Going to a parade. Going to a parade. And you guys are going with me. I'm going to live stream the parade. It's tomorrow morning. And then I don't know. That's the only plan I have so far. Abigail says, love you all. Or love you, B. Excuse me. Waffle says, please. Excuse me, folks. Waffle says, please hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, support the lovely channel, and thank you to our wonderful host. Thank you, Waffles. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. Uncle Hairball says, morning, coffee cake. Lee Lou says, Abigail, what's your plans for tomorrow? Abigail says, hi, Waffle. Coffee cake says, hi, Greg and B. Tiny K says, takes caffeine and runs away with her. I know share my caffeine or May. Sona says, hello, Abigail. Abigail says, fireworks. Fireworks. Yay. Barry says, like 21. Thank you, guys. 21. Thank you, Barry. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Coffee cake says, hey, Abby to the Gale. Abigail says, I'm going swimming. Well, swimming sure does sound fun, Abigail. My girl Waffle says, hey, Daisy and Chad. Hey, Waffles girl. How are ya? Lee Lou says, Abigail, I'll meet you there. Uncle Hairball's, hi, my girl Waffles. Sonal says, hello, my girl Waffles. Tiny K says, I know share my favorite people. Coffee cake says, hi, Waffles. Barry says, where do floating hearts go? I get that, Barry. My girl Waffles says, hey, Sonal. My girl Waffle says, hey, Uncle Hairball. Sonal says, Uncle Hairball, beat me to it, LOL. Just kidding. Coffee cake says, hi, Lee Lou. Abigail says, love you, coffee cake. Lee Lou says, hey, coffee cake. Coffee cake says, coffee loves Abby. Do you want to go in, honey? Sorry, guys, she wanted to go in. Jason says, I bought some pre-mixed in a can pina colada for tonight. Awesome. Enjoy that. That's so nice. Mary says, Daisy, what are you doing for the 4th of July? You already mentioned you're going to the parade. Are you going to a barbecue? No barbecue. I don't have any family down here. It's just us. So it's all I know is the parade right now. Maybe. I guess it depends on the weather. The weather's not supposed to be too great here either. So we have to, even the parade, I'm planning the parade in the morning, but if it rains, it's, we're not going to be able to do it. So if you see us live, just tune in, okay? Abigail says, happy July weekend. Happy 4th of July weekend, everyone. Abigail says, hi, Mary. Sona says, Sarge, coffee cake. My girl Waffle says, good, thanks. It's 10:20 p.m. here, and I'm off to bed. Have a lovely day, everyone. Thank you, Waffles. Have a lovely sleep. Sweet dreams to you, young lady. Thank you for stopping in. Coffee cake says, if you like pina coladas, I'm getting caught in the rain. I know that song, too. Right on. Mary says hello to Abigail. Abigail says, love you, Mary. Tiny K says, I already took her, ran away with caffeine. All right, there we go. Tina says, oh no, a hurricane update. Chrome will defeat Kyogre, along with 2 of my friends. Jason says, I'll either be on to watch or may go magnet fishing in the morning. Oh, nice. Yeah, go fishing, have a ball. It's a holiday. Coffee cake says, hi, Tina. Lee Lou says, forgive my ignorance. 4th of July, can anyone Briefly explain the significance. Historically, Independence Day. Yes, yes, yes. Independence Day. The day we gained our independence from your country. Hi, you're back out. What are you doing? You're not going to miss anything. All right? You can't leave the door open. Yes, it's our nation's birthday. Also, my son's birthday. Uncle Harold is going to have a blowout at the clubhouse this weekend, probably until Monday. Live music, fireworks, food, people bringing tents and campers. Oh, that sounds so fun. That sounds so fun. Gonna be great, yep. Can't wait to play in front of a crowd again. Oh, I wish I could be there. That would be so fun too. Oh, you guys are all doing such fun things. Oh, I can't. Please take videos, guys. Put them up on your channels. People who can't do these things, sometimes we want to do these things, but we can't. You know, our lifestyle doesn't permit it, or, you know, whatever. Post short videos on your channels about all this fun stuff you do. Tina says, Sona, one of my friends picked pair up with Chrome to defeat enemies. Sona says, Uncle Hairball, how are you feeling? Yes, how are you feeling, Uncle? The new guy says, that parade tomorrow sounds like fun. It will be fun. It's at 10 a.m. and it's in Lauderdale by the Sea. It's in Lauderdale by the Sea, Florida. It'll be great. Waffle says, hey, Abigail, sorry I missed you. Sona says, parade sounds fun. It's going to be a blast. Uncle Hairball says, Sonal, chest is a little sore and I'm exhausted, but I'm okay, thanks. Yeah, rest. And now you're going to a big shindig. Rest today, though. Rest all day today. Waffle says, hey, Coffee Cake, sorry the chat is really fast. I missed you. Coffee Cake says, hi, new guy. Sonal says, Share Bear will be here any minute. Lisa smiles a lot. Hey, Lisa. Lisa says, good morning. Lisa, how is your new vehicle? Lisa got a new vehicle, you guys. Sonal says, good morning, Lisa, who makes us smile a lot. Uncle Hairball says, hi, Lisa smiles a lot. Coffee Cake says, hi, Lisa. When Larry sings, says, have you ever been to the Margaritaville Resort, Daisy? Yes. I've been to a couple of them. Never stayed at them, but I've been to them. I think they're really cool looking. The one in Key West is really cool. Coffee Cake says, waffles no more. No worries, excuse me. Coffee Cake said, waffles, no worries. Larry says, I've seen videos of it. Abigail says, hi, Uncle Larry. Lilu says, thank you, Daisy May. I shall do some reading now. Aw, thank you, Lilu. Someone says, you're welcome, Hairball. Positive Pokes is here. Where's the tea? Oh, right here. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I forgot about it. Right here. Bottoms up. Thank you, Positive Pokes. How are ya? The Reinhardt's channel. What's up, my friends? It's got to be Jack. Hi, Jack. How's it going? Abigail says, hi, Positive Pokes. Brylan Farms says, hello, Coffee Cake. Waffles, Lisa, and all I missed. Stacy says, hi, Positive, and Abigail. Mary says, good morning, Larry. Barry says, the price of candy at the movie theater is ridiculous. I know they're always raising it. We gotta pin that. That's a good one, Barry. I like that one. I like it. That's a good one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Sonal says, hello, Positive Pokes and Reinhardt's channel. Sonny's using emojis. Thank you, Sonny. Sonal says, hello, Sonny. Tiny K says, I'm sleeping, May for the American birthday and your son's birthday. Thank you, Tiny. Uncle Hairball says, I'm sure I missed a bunch of people chat. Zoom in. Positive Poke says, LOL. The Reinhardt's channel is using emojis. Thank you, Jack. Positive Poke says, hi, I'm good, friends. Zed said, I stayed at Holiday Express once. Yeah, I like the Holiday Express ones. Holiday Inn Express, I think it's right. Holiday Inn. Awesome, Zed. How are you, buddy? I watched your video of Bob and Mouse. But I missed you live. I must have missed you by like 5 minutes. But I watched it. Sonal says hello to anyone I missed in chat. Moving fast. Speedy Gonzalez. The Reinhardt's channel is just subscribed to Uncle Hairball. Awesome. Tiny says hi, Z. Sonal says hello, Zed. Hello, Suzette. How are you, buddy? Thank you for stopping in, everyone. Jeez Louise. I'm so lucky. Thank you. And as usual, the tea is delicious. Uncle Haribo says to Reinhardt's channel. Thank you. I'll hit you back shortly. New guy says hello, coffee cake, good morning. Someone says hey, hello, new guy. Hello, hello, hello. What are you barking for? What's here? What are you doing? Daisy. We got sand all over your wheels, too. That means we have sand all over the patio. Got that tasty peanut. Stonewall says hello to the new guy. Tasty Peanut says Tasty Peanut. Hi, Tasty Peanut. How are ya? Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Stonewall sent an emoji. Thank you, Stonewall. The new guy says hello, Stonewall. Good morning. Tiny K says, oh, hi, puppy. Daisy, Daisy. Stonewall says hello, Tasty Peanut. Tasty Peanut, how are ya? You wanna go in? Come on. Go. Come on. Okay. Uncle Hairball's using emojis too. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you, everybody, for stopping in and saying hi and chatting with me. Cheers to you guys. Here's my tea. And it tastes delicious. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is pre-4th of July Eve. Aw, Sonal's using emojis too. Thank you, Sonal. Thank ya, thank ya, thank ya. Hey, Ralph. Ralph's here, everybody. He says hello, Daisy May. Hello, Ralph. Ralph, how are ya? How are you? Does anybody remember Ralph? He was a character in Happy Days. Anybody remember Happy Days? Do you remember Ralph? Uncle Harold says, I don't drink tea, but I love the tea time. Oh, good. We'll have coffee time. Coffee, tea, water, energy drink, protein shake, whatever your beverage of choice is. Ralph says, doing well. Oh, that's good. Tiny says, I don't know what happened to taking a nap, May May. Uncle Hairball says, hey, Ralph Malf. Yes. Ralph Malf. Yes. Happy Days. Yep. Mary says, oh my God, I remember Happy Days. Yeah, Happy Days. Monday, Tuesday, Happy Days. Yeah. West Country's using emojis. Thank you, West Country. Hit that like button. Thank you, West Country. Happy Days. Yeah. That was a good show, right? That was a good show. Back when the world was just not so crazy like it is now. Sonny remembers Ralph. Yeah, Ralph. And what was the other guy? The guy with the dark hair. Anson Williams. What was his character's name? Happy Days equals Happy Feet. West Country says, hi, Sunny Chronicles. How are you? Monday, Tuesday, Happy Days. Yeah. No, it's Sunday, Monday. I forget how it went. You love the Fonz. Yes, the Fonz. The Fonz. Hey. That's where the thumbs up came from. It came from the Fonz. Potsy. That was him, Ralph. Yeah, his name was Potsy. How do you get a nickname named Potsy? How do you get that? Sunny says, hi, Sonal. Sonal says, hello, Ralph. Brylon Farms says, welcome, Ralph. West Country says, hello, blue sky. Goodbye, gray. The Fonz. Hey, fill your bag. How you doing, buddy? Good morning, good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry, these guys, they got to blow off their every morning. Sorry about that noise. Lisa says, hi, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you, Lisa. I hope you are too. Brylon Farm says, LOL. West Country says, hi, Lisa. The Fonz. Yeah, the Fonz. Fonz is, he did the thumbs up first. Ralph says, hello, Brylon Farm. So is at least autocorrect is cooperating. LOL. You do? Uncle Hairball says, I still have a leather jacket like Fonzie wore. He wore like a motorcycle jacket, didn't he? Oh, West Country says, hi, Ralph. Lisa says, a little groggy. Need some tea, Lisa? Is that tea? Ralph Malf and Potsy. That's right. Yep. I remember what they look like, but I could not remember their names. Yeah. It's a blower. He blows off his patio. It's a pain in the butt. Every day, all day long, they blow off their patios and their docks. I remember Kid House Rock and Tom and Jerry. Lisa says, yeah, dose of Daisy made tea. Oh, awesome, Lisa. Let's cheers to you, girl. It's delicious. It's delicioso. West Country says Daisy May will go down in history. You're funny. You're funny, West Country mudlarks. You're so cute. You guys are all so cute, all of you. So happy Thursday. Oh, brother. Happy Thursday, July 3rd. It's July 3rd. July 3rd, 2025. Yeah, there's a lot of blue sky. I love seeing all the green. Green and the blue. Play Nosy Neighbor? Nah, maybe later. Uncle Hairball says Daily Dose of Daisy. I love that segment. It's coming out every night at midnight. It's a new segment. I love that. Thank you, Uncle Hairball. Lisa says, don't the neighbors know how to use a broom? That's what I said, Lisa. Pick up a broom. I tell you, Tiny said, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. Go to sleep, Tiny. Go to sleep. Handmade homegrown. Hey, how you doing, young lady? Handmaid says, good morning. I got coffee and listening while working. Oh, thank you, Sherry. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wasn't around much, you guys, yesterday, just a little bit because my husband had the day off. So I will be back at it today. Tiny says, Caffeine, you still here? Handmade, how are you and Toolman doing? How about, there you go, Handmade, what are your plans for the 4th of July? Everyone was talking about what they're going to do for 4th of July. What are you guys doing, Handmade? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's kind of quiet. Quiet can be a good thing though, right? Look at that blue sky. If you see the videos I posted this morning, you'll You'll see what I'm saying. It's all cloudy. Oh, Carlos is back in a few. Oh, I need somebody to do me a favor. She said we are doing good but busy. We'll be harvesting corn and processing them. Oh, okay. I thought maybe you're going to a big party. Harvesting corn. Wow. Oh, wow. Here she comes. Here she comes. I'm right here. I'm not leaving you. Well, that sounds nice, handmade. Billy Bagel says, I have to shine the bike up today. You're riding in a parade? Awesome. We're going to parade tomorrow, too. We're going to a parade, too. Awesome, Billy Bagel. That sounds so cool. West Country says, what bike you got, Billy Bagel? He says, corn already? My corn is like a foot tall. Nice, handmade. Tiny says, okay, caffeine, no hair. I go take a nap. Love you all. Tiny out. Thank you, Tiny. Have a good rest of your day, okay? Have a good rest of your day. New guy says, just think 20 years ago we had Johnny Cash, Bob Hope, and Steve Jobs. Today we have no cash, no hope, and no jobs. Right? Right on, the new guy. Right on. Abigail says, hi to Lisa. Bill Bargo says, West Country, I ride a 2020 Road Glide. So Billy Bagel's going to a parade tomorrow, and hopefully we're going to a parade tomorrow, weather dependent. Anybody else going to parade tomorrow? Lisa smiles a lot, said, hi, Abigail, how are you? So is this little Billiard Bago. West Country says, oh, nice. I have a Yamaha 1400, a bit older than that, LOL. Billiard Bago. And don't forget, anybody wants to play trivia, we're playing trivia today, okay? Trivia at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. There we go. Tina says, on July 15th, it's my 13th anniversary of one of my favorite songs. Okay, dokie. What song, Tina? What song? Someone says, I need to research if we have a parade here. If not, we'll be streaming the fireworks. Yes, I know you're going to be doing the fireworks. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I love parades. And you know, they're few and far between anymore. Billy Bago says, the parade I'm in is rumored to be the shortest parade in the U.S. from the Good Grief, Idaho post office to the U.S.-Canada border. I don't know. We went to a parade here in Pompano Beach a couple years ago. I think it was Memorial Day. It took about 5 minutes. There was like nothing in it. I don't even know why they did it. New guy says, please don't let them take Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon's a treasure, isn't he? Someone says, hey, new guy, LOL. Zed says, I'm going to be parading around in my underwear tomorrow. Does that count? No. No, it does not count. No. Nope. Unless they're red, white, and blue. If they're red, white, and blue, then I'll say, yeah, we'll give you a pass. There you go. Said it definitely counts. Don't listen. No, it doesn't count. It only counts if they're red, white, and blue. I hate it when it glitches on me. What's glitching, Tina? Is it okay? Is my stream okay? Hello, hello. I'm gonna try something too. Somebody gives that a Roman candle. Someone says, Ed, make sure it's not the Scooby-Doo ones. Scooby-Doo. Scooby, Scooby-Doo, where are you? Funny. Fun, fun, and funny. Whoops. Sorry, guys, I keep hitting the camera. Coffee Cake Emoji's here. She says, hi, Coffee Cake Emoji. How are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. Coffee Cakes and a high five. Thank you, Coffee Cake Emoji. Aw, thank you so much. She sent a high five right back to you, young lady. Thank you. Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you. Someone says hello, Coffee Cake. Coffee Cake Emoji. Coffee Cake Emoji. West Country says hi, Coffee Cake Emoji. Nana of 5 says good morning, Daisy. Hey, Yvonne. Welcome, welcome, Nana of 5. How are you, young lady? Kumari says good morning. Hey, Kumari. Welcome in, Kumari. How are you today? Sono says hello, Coffee Cake Emoji. There's just more jewels on this name. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Coffee Cake Emoji. You're so sweet. You're so generous. Thank you so much. West Country says hi, Kumari. Kumari says hi back to him. West Country. Coffee Cake Emoji says Sonal and Wes and Kumari. How you doing? How you doing? Sonal says my finger hit the send button before I even finished my comment. Fat fingers, right? Coffee Cake Emoji says hi, Nana. How you doing, Yvonne? Nana says, glad it's my last day this week of my W-2. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you're off for the holiday? Nice. Good for you, Yvonne. That's awesome. Kumari says, hi, Coffee Cake Emoji. Sonal says, hello, Kumari. Kumari says, hi, Sonal. Sonal says, hello, Yvonne. Yvonne says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Yvonne. There's Share Bear, Orange Share Bear. Hey, Share Bear, how are you? She says, good morning, everyone. Sonal says, Kumari. Sonal says, hello, Share Bear. How's our girl? How's our girl today? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 8:47 a.m. Nobody really, hey, nobody really, Yurt. Nobody really who's really somebody, Yurt. How are ya? How you doing today? Sonal says fat fingers butchering names too. Yeah, right? I hear you, Sonal. It's all good. Lisa says the beach looks beautiful, even cloudy. Yeah, it is beautiful, even cloudy. It is. It's lovely. Coffee Cake Emoji says there's that darn grinning of mine again, showing teeth, saying hi and reading chat. Aw. Welcome, Coffee Cake Emoji. Nobody really gives us a thumbs up. Thank you. Share Bear says hi to everybody. How do you do that? I can't do that. would be there until like next week doing that, what Share Bear did there. I just can't do it. Nobody really says hello, Daisy. Hello, nobody really. Coffee Cake Emoji says hi, Share Bear. Hi, Lisa. Nana says hour earlier here. Oh, that's right. That's right. Sonal says hello, nobody really. Share Bear says hi, Lisa. Good morning. Sonal's using emojis. Thank you, Sonal. Nobody really says hello, Share Bear. Coffee Cake says hi, somebody really. Somebody real. Nobody says wait, Share Bear and Share Bear 17-2 the same? Yes. Yes. Sonal said, I guess my fingers need to exercise so it can be skinny fingers. No, not fat fingers. That's fat fingers. Fat fingers for keyboard, that's all. Nana's using emojis. Thank you, Nana. Sherber says, nobody really. Yes, 2 channels, 1 person. LOL. Nobody really says, hello, Coffee Cake. And hi, Sonal. The new guy says, hello, Sherber. Good morning. Coffee Cake emoji says, my fingers sometimes stutter. Mine do. And nobody says, trippy. Coffee Cake says, hi to the new guy. Hi, new guy. Nobody really says, what's up, coffee? Coffee. For me, it's tea, and it's delicious. Sorry about that, guys. If you're looking, I'm so sorry about that. Sometimes I guess it's better just to listen, right? What did she just do with that camera? Well, anyways, hey, welcome everybody. Nobody really says, Bish, what's up? And send us a smiley face. Nobody really. Thank you for being here. Lisa smiles a lot. Says, Sonal heard your name and saw a deer and its baby. Must be the voice. You saw a deer and its baby, Lisa? Nice. Coffee Cake emoji says, Miss Daisy, I might be in Florida in January. January's awesome here. Well, Coffee Cake, that would be wonderful. Sonal says, Lisa, I missed it. Are you going on vacation, Coffee Cake? Nobody says, I like it company. Lisa, I missed it. Lisa, I missed it. I must say this tea is mighty delicious, you guys. Mighty delicious. Near Jacksonville. Nice. I've only been through Jacksonville to drive through there. Oh, nice. That's where Stardashians are, right? Aren't the Stardashians in Jacksonville? Well, right now, anyways. Billy Obago says, I hope Elon's new robots bring coffee in bed. I want coffee, but I'm not ready to move. Right? Right. Yeah. That's right around the corner, Billiard Bagel. Right around the corner. Coffee Cake says, I might be, yes, go see a concert. Who are you gonna go see? Wow, who are you gonna go see? Coffee Cake says, hi, Billiard Bagel. Tina says, bad storms today, this afternoon. Yeah, we're supposed to get some storms this afternoon. Yeah. We're going to play trivia this afternoon. So maybe we'll have storms for trivia. You never know. It's an album release for Tori Nance. Oh, okay. Awesome, Coffee Cake. That would be amazing, right? Billy Bago says, good morning, Coffee Cake back. Coffee cakes as well. We'll see. I haven't traveled since 2016. Not worth my accessory. Oh, right. Well, it's good. Maybe you will. That would be great. Someone says Billy Bagel. That would be great. Robots. I'd like to have a robot clean my house. Just seems like I just don't have enough hours in the day right now. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hey, we got something in the water. I don't know if Share Bear's here or not, but Share Bear, we have something in the water. We have looks like a top to a cooler or a cushion, something like that. All right, we have a new item to keep our eyes on. Happy 4th of July, Mary. Oh my goodness. Mary, thank you so much. Oh, happy 4th of July to you too, young lady. I hope you have a really good one with your mom. I really do. Thank you so much, Mary. That's so sweet of you. So kind of you. Something else, yeah, Sherbert, did you see it? Coffee Cake says, I used to be afraid of flying. Then work had me flying like 5 times a year. Oh, okay. So got used to it, but I think my fear came back, especially now. I know what you feel. I feel the same way, Coffee Cake. You know, we've been to Europe. I've been to Europe 5 times, and now I'm afraid to fly home. It's weird. All of a sudden, it's just like, I think you'll finally realize how dangerous it can be. You know, like you have no control over it. Yeah, I understand. I understand the trepidation, Coffee Cake. Oh, Mary, thank you so much again. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Sherbert says, good morning to Mary. Coffee Cake says, yes, a coffee alarm clock. Perfect. West Country says, hi, Share Bear. Abigail says, hi, Share Bear. Share Bear says, hey, good morning, West Country. Abigail says, hi, nobody really. Share Bear says, good morning, Abigail. Mary says, good morning, Share Bear. Share Bear says, yes, I saw it. You saw it. All right, that's our new thing to watch. Awesome. Mary says, you're welcome, Daisy. Love you, girl. Oh, Mary, love you too so much. I feel for you so much. And I know you're going to have a great 4th of July with your mom. And that makes me really happy. Soul says, I was scared at first, too. Abigail says, love you, Mary. Coffee Cake says, Mary, hi. Billy Bagel says, that's a long fall. I'm not a fan of flying either. Yeah, right? You would think with all the technology that they could somehow bring a plane down. I mean, unless it blows up, that's different. But if a plane just has an issue and falls, why isn't there like a way to keep that from crashing? Like with technology today, why not? I don't understand it. Mary says, good morning, Coffee Cake emoji. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. And I apologize for that. Imagine getting a private jet. I would fly anywhere. Well, all these ones we see on the sky here, those are all private jets. Those are all small aircraft that people around here fly. They fly to their jobs. They fly here on vacation. They take their plane with them. I think I would be just as scared. Bro calls Cabin's here. Hey, Cabin. He says, good morning, Callie. Daisy Gang. I like it, the Daisy Gang. Welcome, Roll Calls Cabin. How you doing, buddy? Shibber says, Sonal, I still wouldn't. Coffee Cake says, yes, Sonal, I'm a control freak. I think if I flew it, I'd feel better, right? Sonal says, hello, Cabin, and he says, hi, Share Bear. Sonal says, Share Bear, I hear ya. Coffee Cake says, hi, Roko's Cabin. Hello, hello, hello. Cabin says, hello to Sonal. Hello, Sonal. Excuse me, guys, I'm all yucky yuck. Da 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 da. Shibber says, and apparently when you fly over the Grand Canyon, there's lots of turbulence. Well, there was, and oh hell no, never again. Shibber says, good morning to Cabin. I've flown to Vegas. That's as far west as I've been, is Las Vegas. So it's LOL Share Bear. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous with the flying stuff nowadays. Preview view this morning. I'm mostly afraid the turbulence might bring my pain to the brink of screaming, and they take me down on the plane. Oh, I would just go under a medical or something like that. Someone says, I prefer driving than flying. Me too. Shibber says, thought I was going to have to kiss my butt goodbye. We flew to Vegas too for a work thing. Really? And you had bad turbulence? Hi, Andy. Andy's here. Andy says, hi, guys. Hope you're all good. Welcome, Andy. Welcome, welcome. Someone says, hello, Andy. Shibber says, hi, Andy. Welcome, welcome. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. I didn't want to cough in your ears again. Shibber says, hi, Andy. So Andy says, hi, Sonal. Coffee Cake emoji says, hi, Andy. Andy, how's it going over there? The new guy says, whoever seen Airplane, it's very funny. That is a funny movie. That is a really funny movie. Cabin says, I flew to Vegas once. Do not think we'll get on a plane again. I didn't like it. Yeah, I've been on a plane lots and lots and lots of times. But now that I'm getting, older and older, I'm getting a little more frightful. Andy says, hi, Coffee Cake. Someone says, with all the plane crash going on, I'm scared to fly. Me too. Me too. The new guy, LOL, yeah, now they call it the hires, bahaha. Lisa says, hi to Cabin. Andy says, it's sunny, bit of breeze. Oh, that sounds lovely, Andy. Uncle Harold, it's funny how you don't hear from certain people until they find out you were hospitalized. Then your phone is ringing all day long, right? Right? Well, it also shows that they care. They care about you. Cabin says, hi to Lisa. Sherber says, D hires DEI stands for diversity equality. Oh, okay. Andy says, gotta go in town with family and have a great day. Thank you, Andy. You too. Thanks for stopping in. Andy, we're playing trivia later if you want to play trivia with us. 2 p.m. East Coast time. All right, Andy, we're having trivia later on today. Sherber says, Uncle Harold, were you in the hospital? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Sonal says, take care, Andy. Sherber says, Andy, have a blessed day. Bye, Andy. All right. Sonal's using emojis. Thank you, Sonal. I love that. Sherber says, have a blessed day, Andy. Says, it's funny how the only people you do hear from are the people you owe money to. Uncle Herbal says, dude, if you're that worried, you could have come to see me. Shibber says, Uncle Herbal, I hope you are better now. The new guy says, yes, Shibber, some pilot of today have green or blue hair. Troll Slayer. Hey, Troll Slayer. Troll Slayer said good morning, Daisies, and said hi. Hi, Troll Slayer. How are ya? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Thursday tea time. Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. Okay, Hairball says, I'm still kicking, Share Bear. Sonal says, hello, Troll Slayer. Troll says, morning, everybody. How you doing today? Oh, my tea is just, sometimes you want 2 cups of tea. Troll Slayer says, hello to Sonal. Shippers is a new guy. I saw some commercials of airlines exploiting that. All-female team. I want the most qualified, not diversified. Shippers says, Slayer, Magnetic North. Hey, Lee. How you doing, buddy? I was just running one of your videos. On my iPad. I got you running, my friend. I got you running. Cabin says, hi, Lee. Lee says, hello, everyone in chat. Troll Slayer says, I'm drinking hot chocolate with 3 cream. Oh, that sounds really good. I'll have some of that, Troll Slayer. That sounds really, really good. Sonal says, hello, Magnetic. Share Bear says, Uncle Hairball, love and prayers. Troll Slayer says, hello, Share Bear. Lee says, oh, I'm okay, thank you. I put my live in the playlist no. Lee says, I'm okay, thank you. I put my live in the playlist when it was up. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Troll Slayer says, hello, Cabin. Sonal says, I'm running Lee's playlist today. Oh, thank you. Yes, you guys, please, if you can help out Magnetic North Adventures, our friend Lee. He's working on his WH. Play a playlist, rewatch a live stream, play some videos for him, okay? Magnetic North Adventures. Please tune in. He says, hi, Sonal. He says, happy Independence Day to all in the USA for tomorrow. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. Hairboss is definitely qualified, not diversified. I don't care which restaurant